Court calls the case, People versus Jessica Duff.
Or Your Honor, Dan Garrett on behalf of Jessica Duff stepping forward.
Jessica Duff.
Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Your Honor, we've reviewed the pre-sentence report. It is accurate. I'm asking Your Honor to follow the recommendation. Of note, financially, my client paid the restitution entirely today, has brought cash to make sure the victim's made whole on that, as well as her fines and costs. I want to point out how proud I am. Ms. Duff has proactively completed her Dawn Farm program, and she's been on the scram now, I think, almost 6 months without one violation. Tribute to her sobriety and her commitment to doing what the court asked her to do.
Yeah, Teresa Clare on behalf of probation. Your Honor, the victim, Amy Hudson, is present. She would like to make a statement.
All right. Go ahead, just have it.
Good morning.
State your name, please.
My name is Amy Hudson, A-M-E-E. Last name's Hudson, H-U-D-S-O-N.
All right, go ahead.
So on August 31st, you changed my life forever. You made the decision to get behind the wheel of a car drunk. You drove into the back of my car. I was sitting at a stoplight. Not only did you drive drunk, but you were speeding. I will never forget the sound that haunts me to this day. By throwing me around in the car like I weighed nothing after the pressure of your vehicle blew out the back tire sitting in the driver's seat, which broke, by the way, along with the seatbelt. The airbags burning into me and the pain. I honestly don't remember much about getting out of the car, except for the look on the passerby face. The driver's door was broken. It took both of us to get me out. He stood there with tears running down his face, telling me not to swallow due to the blood pouring from my mouth and face. From my nose and mouth, excuse me. The pain from my left side and hip was worse than pain I'd ever described, that I could not even realize I was bleeding, burned on my elbow. My left hand was completely damaged. I ended up going to the same hospital, to the same ER as you. You did not know it, but I was in line in front of you. As I cried in pain, I listened to you laughing and joking with the officers. Not once did you ask about the other driver or what you did or what was going on. There was no remorse. For nearly 7 weeks, I was on crutches. This did not include the 7 days beforehand that I was completely bedridden. I cannot drive past that street without shaking. If someone comes up behind me too fast at a stoplight, it's hard for me to even breathe at times. You did this to me. You made the choice to drive drunk. The permanent effects from this vehicle accident that I have to live with the rest of my life, just to state a few. I have permanent scars from the burns from the airbags. I will never get to feel what it feels like to put a ring on my wedding finger again. It is damaged to be unfixed. I walk with a limp. I have permanent damage done to the side of my face, to the right side of my face. I have permanent damage done to the left side of my whole body that will never be able to be repaired. After grueling months of physical therapy, which I'm still going through, multiple surgeries, I will never get any of that time back. The only income that came out of this was that I learned one thing about the justice system, and that is that they're not always your friend. The victims are the ones that pay, and the criminals are the ones that are made to look like the heroes. I have fought every single day for my voice to be heard. I have fought every day for the insurance companies, for justice to be served as today, and for you to be sentenced for this. I am asking for the court to give you the highest recommendation can be, including having it be to where anytime you get into a vehicle, you have to blow. I'm also asking for the restitution, which does not even cover half of what I've lost or what I've had to pay for. It's only for what I could find the receipts for of the rental vehicles and for the towing, which is $2,700, I believe $40.21. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I have $2,720.80.
I did not have the amount in front of me.
Oh,
Is the reason why I was saying that. I did not have that. And that does not include, that's only the receipts I could find of the rental. I had a loaner vehicle, So that's what I was driving. So while the insurance companies were fighting, I had to rent a vehicle until he could get his money back. And then he proceeded to work on my vehicle. So but that was.
What are you telling me that there's additional restitution?
Yes, there is, but I'm not charging for that because I could not provide the receipts. I only had until May 7th. And unfortunately, one of the places that I rented the vehicles from closed their doors at the end of last year. So I was not able to get the original, the receipts for that one.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to make a direct apology to Ms. Hudson.
You may.
May I turn and face her?
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I take full responsibility. And I'm so sorry for the damage that I caused to you and to the hurt that I caused to you. If I could take it back, if I could undo it, I would. I would completely undo it. I will never do anything like this again. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And is there anything you want to tell the court before I impose?
Same, Your Honor. Sorry, and I'm deeply regretful. I've learned from this. I think about this every single day. I do have complete remorse. I do have complete regret. And I intend to never repeat anything like this experience again.
This is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, believes there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of outpatient treatment, AA meeting attendance, and monitored abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance of recommended treatment. So therefore, the sentence of the court, I will place you on 18 months probation. You're to pay $855 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, $540 probation oversight fees, $2,720.82 restitution that is payable to Amy Hudson, but that is payable through the court. What can you pay today?
We're prepared to pay that in full today.
Pardon?
We are prepared to pay in full today, Your Honor.
Everything today?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. And you do have then the restitution in cash, correct?
Yes, sir. We
Okay, very good. All right. All of that is payable today. There is to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete the non-farm outpatient program, including all aftercare recommendations with status reports to probation.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are to attend one AA meeting per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of the victim's impact panel attendance to probation that has, to my understanding, been completed.
Your Honor.
I will continue to scram tether for an additional 30 days in lieu of 4 days in jail. All order 93 days in jail. Credit 1. The balance is suspended.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. She was outside.
Court does call the case, People versus Naji Kahala.